Love. It can be the greatest feeling in the world.
We both described it as the best high ever.
And it can hurt like hell. Leaving a lying, cheating dirtbag can be oh so sweet.
Hey, it's kind of tight.
The women in our stories finally decide to end their relationships in the most unusual ways. These ladies are in it to win it. No matter what it takes. Because as you'll see, there are more than 50 ways to leave your lover.
Stop playing! I am not playing! Get back here!
Jealous Amber believes that Timothy is seeking pain relief in the arms of another woman. She thinks Timothy wants to have his lady cake and eat it too.
I think I love you.
Back at home, Amber sees right through Timothy's cheating ways. She comes up with a clever plan to catch him in the act.
There was an option on the phone to be able to forward calls. So I took his phone, forwarded his calls to my phone.
A few days later, while visiting her mother, Amber's sleuthing pays off. She claims to get the confirmation she's looking for when she hears a voicemail from another woman.
Hey babe, it's me.
A message came through and it was a female saying, "Hey babe, it's me, call me back if you can." I was so upset.
This fiery redhead isn't going to take it anymore. Amber calls Timothy at home to confront him.
What the hell are you talking about, Amber?
This is the moment when Timothy realizes he should have kept his phone in his pocket. But he didn't.
She called me, screaming and hollering about the message. There wasn't no talking.
I told you she's just a friend.
No, I'm not.
Timothy denies being unfaithful. Amber doesn't believe one word he's saying.
I'm coming over. We are going to talk about this.
Amber races home to confront Timothy face to face. Enraged by his denial, she's building up to an explosion.
Heart racing, heart pounding, just probably every crazy emotion that anybody could come up with. Angry.
Love and hate are the same exact thing. When you love someone, you're connected to him. When you hate someone, you're still connected to him. So if you really want to get out of a relationship, become indifferent, and then you will be able to walk away.
A city worker named Wade Loger stops by to fix the gas main.
I was working for the city of Gastonia. Driving down the road, I run a backhoe for them in the water and sewer department.
And with just one studly stroll, he spikes a 10 on Tabitha's sizzle meter.
Who the heck is that?
She was standing on the porch with her, half her butt hanging out in little short shorts.
How you doing, sweet thing?
I just happened to see her and stopped and talked to her, gave her my number.
Will you give me a ride on your rig?
I'll give you a lot more than a ride on my rig.
She called me the next day.
Bye.
With Tabitha and Wade, the lust dust was flying. They were in heat. Their libidos were howling.
Oh, wait, that's cool.
Allow me.
No way.
On Tabitha and Wade's first date, sparks fly between the stripper and the gas man. A shared passion for cheap beer, NASCAR, and truck stop trysts puts them in the fast lane to marriage. And before long,
Baby out here.
the pitter-patter of little feet can be heard throughout their double-wide.
For about the first probably 7 or 8 years, I suppose it was pretty good. We had a couple kids together, and we were pretty much together all the time.
But as time drags on, the couple discover that marriage, motherhood, and dirty dancing don't necessarily mix.
I don't want you stripping no more.
Wade becomes jealous of all the attention his wife gets at the strip club.
You belong to me.
Chill out, Wade.
People like to feel that their mate is a little bit jealous because that shows that the mate cares. But when it gets out of hand and it becomes possessiveness, then the partner can't breathe, and then resentment starts to rise.
I was a lot wilder back then. I lived a life of a stripper is what I lived a life of.
Wade is having none of it. But when he decides to confront his woman face to face, things get ugly, fast. July 2009, Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Womanizer Danessa Taylor has been lured to a seedy motel by a gang of angry women. They are bent on getting revenge after finding out he's been cheating on all of them.
Ladies, look.
They all just started talking to him. His wife at first, how could you do this to me? And then Therese was like, you told me you loved me. Wendy, I heard her saying the same thing. Everybody was just screaming different things at him.
Danessa is caught in an ambush of angry women.
How do you do this to my sister?
And there's no escape.
He couldn't come up with any answers that anybody wanted to hear because, of course, they wouldn't believe him. He had been lying for months.
Then he started to say, you know, you can't do this. This is wrong.
Danessa's words worked the girls into a frenzy. Pretty soon, their anger spins out of control.
At this point, I see Therese getting angry. She smacks him in the face.
Danessa started yelling, and he started struggling.
This is the moment when Danessa should have been begging for forgiveness.
Next thing I know is I looked over and I saw something in my sister's hand. When I saw what it was nail glue. I said, don't do it.
Then Therese does something so outrageous, it will make any cheater think twice.
She glued his penis to his stomach.
He's a big man, and I thought he might be pretty angry.
He struggled and kind of was grunting. I felt endangered for my life, and I says, girls, let's just go. That's when every single one of us got into our vehicles and took off in different directions.
A motel guest hears Danessa's screams and calls the cops. The Oshkosh police find this class act lying on the bed, tethered and whimpering. From now on, this fibbing philanderer will have to keep it in his pants.
No, I'm not all right. My junk food to my stomach is going to look all right. Hey.
Luckily for Danessa, doctors are able to free his glued member.
All it took was a little bit of acetone, and they removed it, but he did claim later on erectile dysfunction.
I got calmed down. I'm moving, man.